Hey guys, I'm Franchelle and welcome to My Journey to Sing. We're going to do lots and lots of singing on this station. And it may not always be perfect, but that's why I call it My Journey to Sing, because I know that I'm still growing as a vocalist and as a musician. So, but it's just time to stop waiting for perfection. It's time to stop being a slave to the idea of perfection and that everybody has to sound like Whitney Houston in order to be able to be enjoyable to listen to. But anyway, so of course, it's about the joy of entertainment. But for me, it's about a lot more than that. For me, it's about what I really hope that sharing my journey and opening the door will do for people is that it will inspire, uplift, and empower people to be who they were born to be. Because that's what people did for me. I absolutely love to sing, and I was born to sing, and I know that because I've been singing since I was a toddler. But I spent most of my life as a real estate appraiser. And believe me, I was not cultivating joy in the world. I was going out pretty much every day feeling kind of frustrated, but wishing I could do something else. But anyway, so that's what I want to do. I want to inspire, uplift, and empower by sharing my journey with people. Because there were some very special people that I met who shared their journey with me, and they empowered me. They gave me the ability to actually attain my dream. So the first step in sharing the journey, of course, is telling you the story. So like I say, I was born singing. From the time I was a toddler, I was just singing non-stop. Walking around the house, 2, 3 years old, just constantly singing. And at first it was really cute. Everybody loved it. Oh, look how cute she is over there doing all that singing. But after a while, it kind of started getting on their nerves. And so all of that excitement shifted, And my mother started screaming at me, shut up, My uncles would laugh at me. My grandmother would say nasty things, like, ooh, what's all that crap? Ooh, thank God you don't sing for a living. Ooh, child. Just always something nasty. And over and over and over and over and over, they just boom, 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 beat me down, Every chance they had to say something nasty about the way that I sounded, they took advantage of it. And so after years and years and years and years of listening to that, I started to believe that, I did not have a pretty voice, that I couldn't make a beautiful sound. And it created this anxiety inside of me. And I had this fear that just gripped me. And every time I would open my mouth to sing, my voice would tremble and shake like a goat because it was just so much, I was just like terrified, right? So, but like I say, I was born to sing. So that just would never go away. No matter how much they teased me, it just wouldn't stop, it just kept coming and coming and coming. So I kept on trying to sing, usually not around them. And eventually that passion led me to some more passionate people. Some more positive people. They were definitely passionate, but they were more positive. And I met a woman named Brenda Marie Ager. She was one of the singers at this church that I used to go to. And she was an amazing vocalist. She was one of the best singers in the church, if not the best. And, she sang with Stevie Wonder, she sang with Ray Charles, she did an album with Jerry Butler. Someone was a world-class vocalist. So I met her one day and she started giving me lessons. And so, with all of the knowledge and experience that she had, nothing that she ever did could help. We did lessons like a year, but it just could not penetrate that wall of fear that just was like, it didn't work. But even so, no matter how bad I sounded, she never gave up on me. She kept on saying, kept on trying. She always had encouraging words. That's okay, baby, just keep trying, just keep trying. And so eventually she invited me to sing in this choir with her. She goes, hey, I'm starting a choir, and it'll really help you to be around other singers. So I was like, yes, I could, because I love being around women who could sing. So I joined the choir, and that's where I met Sharon and Layla. And it was the power of their stories that changed my life. And Sharon and Layla and myself, the three of us were in the soprano section. So Sharon and Layla were both soloists, and like I've been telling you, I was seriously struggling, right? So they had these beautiful angelic voices. and I sounded like a frog in the woods. I mean, it was horrible. But you know, Brenda, you know, didn't care. She let me keep coming. She let me stay. And so as long as she still let me stay, I just kept on coming. So, you know, here I am going choir rehearsal all the time and singing with Layla and Sharon. And every 5 minutes, Brenda had to call my name. Franny, you're sharp. Franny, you're flat. Franny, you're in the wrong key. I was always doing something wrong. And so I really believe that she thought I would never be able to get it. But she would never tell me that, you know. And so anyway, Sharon and Layla had given me hope because on separate occasions, both of them had told me their story. And what they said was, you know what, Franny, I used to be just like you. I wanted it so bad, but I didn't sound good. I wasn't always a soloist, you know, and I never thought I would be able to do it, but I just kept putting in the work. I kept taking lesson after lesson after lesson, instructor after instructor, and eventually it happened. So I'm here to tell you that if you just keep putting in the work, Franny, if you just keep doing it, it'll happen. And I thought, what? Oh my God, are you serious? You know, I was so excited because here you have these two women who I so admire their voices telling me that they used to be like me. And I could actually have it, you know, if I just kept doing it. You know, and it was like Morpheus talking to Neo in the Matrix, you know, telling him out how the Matrix was. And, you know, they made me believe. I put my feelings on safety, so I don't go shooting where your heart beats. You take a bullet trying to save me. I'm not to deal with making you bleed. They were right. So they made me believe. And that was the one thing that I needed in order to keep going. And so now it's my turn to help somebody else believe. You know, now it's my turn to share the journey, you know, to stop reaching for perfection and to share the journey of raw, uncut artistic development. You know, to start showing people the joy and the truth in the process of becoming, so that people will be able to see in themselves what they believe only existed in the others. Like I say, I thought that they were the others, you know. And that's what Sharon and Layla did for me. They helped me to see in myself what I thought was something special about them. So, that's my story. So, yeah, I want to, you know, just simply bask in the joy of music. You know, we all love music. I just simply want to, of course, you know, share in that and share that with all of you. But at the same time, I also want to, you know, inspire, uplift, and empower. I want to cultivate joy in the world by giving people back their dreams the same way that my friends gave mine back to me. So, you have no idea how happy that makes me. But anyway, so as a Patreon supporter, your donations will allow me more time for rehearsal. They will allow me, you know, continued artistic development. They will allow me to get more, you know, musical education. It will allow for songwriting, song production, and I think I left something off. You know, of course, the expansion of my studio here. You know, so it would just help for all of those things, you know. So let's just start cultivating joy in the world, right? One person at a time. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video. I gotta go to work right now, but I'll see you next time. The journey continues.